Stellar Blade is a stylish, apocalyptic action game that surprised me in a lot of ways. I'm not a fan of Souls games, and I went in expecting a punishing Souls-like experience, and thankfully, that's not what I got. This game is way more forgiving and way more fun. Stellar Blade is an action game. The combat has some Souls elements like a lock-on system, parrying, and hard-hitting attacks. There's also other things like healing items refilling and enemies respawning when resting at camps, but I would say it's more SoulsLITE than Souls-like. Controlling Eve felt smooth and easy to get used to, even if she could annoy me once or twice by not grabbing ropes or ledges. Parrying has a learning curve, but once I got the timing down, I felt unstoppable. The enemies are well designed, but you'll see the same types reused with slight variations most of the time. But boss battles, the bosses are crazy, cinematic, intense, and have great music. They were easily the highlights of the game. Stellar Blade is gorgeous. I really like that post-apocalyptic aesthetic, and the game mixes it perfectly with all the futuristic technology. The environment had me stopping just to soak in the view and even take a couple screenshots. Every character looks great, especially Eve. You can tell the devs put serious time into her design, and it paid off. With the number of outfits, hairstyles, and accessories in the game, you can really craft Eve however you like her to look. The OST is fire. Every area had music that really got the mood it was going for. Silent Street is a standout track in the game. And Wasteland sets a perfect tone for journeying through a hot desert. Other songs like Demon Crawler were amazing in the boss battle it was used for. And Taki's theme, honestly, all I can say about that song is that it's beautiful. I played the game using the Korean dub, and even though I don't speak the language, the emotion in the performances came through perfectly. You could really feel the weight of the character situations. The overall tone of the game is gritty and dark, which worked well with the setting. And our main character Eve, she's not just a pretty face. She's determined, curious, and a little airheaded at times, but that's what adds to her charm. But here's where things start to get messy. The story starts off intriguing, but it gets confusing fast. I predicted one of the major twists very early on in my playthrough, and by the end of the game, I honestly forgot what we were even fighting for. I loved Eve's determination and her growth, but the world's lore felt undercooked. Characters like Raven and Taki had potential, but the game didn't give them enough screen time to make their arcs feel meaningful. Taki dies very early on, and Raven shows up right as the game is ending. Speaking of the ending, it left me unsatisfied. You're given a choice. Take Adam's hand or don't. And I tried both. Refusing his hand gave me the better boss fight, but not much payoff with the ending. Taking it gave me the canon ending, but the fight was underwhelming. And when you get to something really exciting, the screen literally just fades to black while you're in the middle of a battle with your former team. Like, what? I just feel like there were more questions that needed to be answered in the end. But if you've played Nier Automata, this game will give you deja vu. From the story beats to the aesthetic, it wears its inspiration on its sleeve. But even with its confusing story, it still stands as a solid action game. I'd recommend Stellar Blade to anyone who enjoys stylish combat and cinematic boss fights. But if you're not into action games though, this probably won't change your mind. I give it a 7 out of 10. It's not perfect, but it's still a good time. Stellar Blade was definitely a cool game, and I'm glad it came to PC so I finally got the chance to play it. But thanks for making it to the end of the video. And since you already here, why don't you leave a like for your boy? And definitely let me know what you thought by leaving a comment down below. If you want to see more of my screenshots from Stellar Blade, follow me on my Instagram account at Vaughn. And if you want to see how I feel about video games in general, or how I felt about the recent Unbeatable demo, check out one of these other videos from me. My name's Vaughn, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.